traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1418th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Good evening, traders. This video being filmed on, I guess today's Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. What the hell day is this?
Sunday.
Sunday. This is being filmed on Sunday for possibly trading Monday, December 28th, 2015. We're almost at the end of the year. Many times you get some sort of crazy move during this week. I'm not so sure if we're going to get that big up move that we've been hoping for, but we'll look at a couple of quick charts and see what's there. Traders, remember that futures trading is extremely risky, causes substantial financial losses, not suitable for just about any of us nuts. If you're crazy enough to still trade in these conditions, then come join me and we'll crack some nuts together. How's that? All right, so listen up. We got some stuff going on already this week. It looks like it's going to be busy even though it's a holiday week. The 7-point pattern turned 8. We're going to look at those charts. If you've been following my videos, the last 3 installments, I've been showing you this pattern that I noticed and that it looked exactly like what was going to happen in the future, and it absolutely did work out so far, so we'll go over that to see if you're in tune with the pattern. And then there's this, traders. I want you to know, I'm going to tell you right now that the price of grains this year, although they could get cheaper from this video forward, but the price of grains in 2016, if you ask me, get ready for the great grains bull market of 2016, because it's coming. All right, fundamentally, low prices is the best cure for low prices. Technically, fundamentally, doesn't matter how you want to look at it. So the best cure for low prices is low prices in the commodities trading industry, and the grains have been getting cheap for quite some time. Now we've got these insane weather patterns, which will give me the fundamental that I will need for my charts to tell me to tell you we're going to have a monstrous bull year in the grains come sometime 2016. I don't expect it to start tomorrow. I think grains can actually go lower. As we get into the spring, you're going to find that the plantings are going to be absolutely incorrect for this year. I can show you one of the fundamental reasons. Why would you hand me the Wall Street Journal, sir? Wall Street Journal this weekend. This is not my first go at this, traders. If you've been following me since 2007, you will find that I've got this uncanny knack of noticing when a big grain year is going to come fundamentally. And of course, the charts line up for us technically. So here's what I see in this week's Wall Street Journal. Interesting article. It is something I've been telling my omniacs about for the last 10 days, and now it's starting to show up mainstream newspapers. And what is it? Spring flowers bloom months early. Let me tell you something right now. When you've got 70-plus degree weather in the growing seasons where it's supposed to be freezing cold right now, the growing season changes. Things that shouldn't be coming up out of the ground start to come up too early. The bugs start moving around. The flowers bloom. Then there are no flowers to bloom when they should bloom. Same thing happens with our seeds in our plantings and in the ground itself. So the fundamental is already in place for us to have a massive grain year, 2016. And if you ask me, the technical is building right now because the best cure for low prices, especially in the grains, is low prices. More about that next year. Don't worry about it now. Grains could get cheap. I'll set you guys up long before it happens. But get ready. Once again, I am calling for the big bull grain market of 2016. It's coming. You heard it here. Remember the date. You heard it here on 12/28/2015 from Uncle Oscar. All right, so what do we got next? Traders, Netflix. Of all things, Netflix looks to me like it wants to get pounded this week. Maybe it will. Netflix comes up on the OMNI radar for a red OMNI in the Netflix. So believe it or not, the likelihood of us trading Netflix is pretty high. Trading on Monday. Now, when I show you the 7-point pattern turned 8, you'll recognize that the bar leading up to 8 has not materialized yet. In fact, that's a very interesting point. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, chart masterpiece is becoming old faithful, if you ask me. let's review. If you recall, I put this chart in front of your eyes and I said, I think we've got twins. I think what happened here is exactly what's happening here. And then I did the illustration from point A or point 1 to point 2. Market goes up, comes back down and hits point 3. And look at this one. Almost exactly the same, right? A little bigger, but almost exact. Then it goes up to point 4. Look at this one. Comes down to 5. Look at this one. I mean, that really looks like a twin. So here we are. We got to point 6. We had this bar in right here. And I said, wow. What should happen next is we should drop to 7 and then maybe head up to 8. Let's see if we get to drop to 7. The market actually came down, 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 hit number 7, turned around cold, and started to go back up to number 8. The only bar we do not have in place right now is this one. Every other bar is in place. So let me show you. This is where it was. We were expecting it to do that. Here's where it was. And this is where it ended up, which is a really interesting view, traders. Look at that. Unbelievable. It literally did exactly what it was supposed to do. The only thing it didn't do was finish this bar and go all the way to here. This was a holiday. It was a short day, right? We closed early on this day. It didn't have enough time to rally up, but it did not rally up. Will we get this bar on Monday? I'm not so sure. Maybe it'll turn around and nosedive, but we should at least start off by expecting this bar. If we don't get it, then we can think about selling the rallies. But I will say, fantastic the way this worked out, all the way to 7 and then up towards 8. Fantastic find, fantastic analysis. Traders, there is nothing better than the art of technical analysis. So traders, you've seen that chart, or I should say the charts, but it was one chart, 2 versions of it. Once again, round of applause for great analysis. Nothing like technical analysis out there. You can listen to almost anyone, but if you can't read a chart, you can't really figure out what's going on. Listen to the chart. I guarantee you it's much better than any of the pundits telling you what to do. We listen to charts here. We don't make any of this up by what we think will happen. We pull it directly from the chart and show you the technical opinion. So traders, Netflix, if you ask me, I've shown you what a bear flag looks like many times. I think Netflix isn't a bear flag looking to come lower. So we are going to be sellers of Netflix. If it sets up into the OMNI sell area, we'll sell short shares of Netflix on Monday and see if that flag works out in the next couple of days. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. I will be there this week. I don't know that we're going to do any more videos. If we trade, they'll be sort of in the vein of scalps. We'll be in, we'll look for 8, 10 points, 7 points, we'll get out. We're not going to stick around for the long-term trades like we normally do if we trade at all. So not sure you'll see another video. If you don't, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever the hell you call this. Happy, happy, happy. Enjoy every bit of it. Stick with the family, you know what I mean? Enjoy yourselves. This craziness will be here when we come back after January 1st. If you must trade this week, I will be there to help you cats out. All right, traders, that's it. Remember, livewithoscar.com. Make sure you're there. Keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, as far as I'm concerned, is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll. See you at livewithoscar.com. Thank you there, Greg. That was pretty good. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.